Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the AM, everybody. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. So, for today's episode, I actually want to talk about one of my personal goals. One of my personal goals is franchisement. And before I even jump into this, let me define what I mean by franchisement. So to me, franchisement is the ability to take my knowledge, my skill sets, to take different things that I've learned and different things that I've collected over the years and have processed and refined, and then be able to give them away to other people, for other people to inherit them, adopt as their own, and then run with them. And that's really one of my personal goals. And that applies to business. And so for instance, it's like taking principles, knowledge, like I said, skill sets, even sight and purpose, and then being able to franchise them into a company and the company run off those. And then also applies to me personally too, thinking about how can I help my children? How can I raise them? How can I impart things to them and equip them for life? Because in my personal opinion, I'm not raising kids, I'm raising adults. And I think it's super important for them to really be equipped to be, really good people in society. And to be able to navigate society well. And to me, this all comes back to franchisement, my ability to transfer these things that I've accumulated over the years. There's a proverb that says, a wise man and even a righteous man takes out of his own house, has both old treasure and new treasure, and has stores of both. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, the treasure that I've accumulated. Even though it's not physical gold or silver, it's being able to take that and transfer that. And I think that this is such an important process in life personally, because we all transfer things all the time. And most of the time we're transferring through what I call osmosis. It's simply being next to somebody, and then information is transferred, culture is transferred, knowledge is transferred, relationships and rhythm and all these other things are transferred through being next to somebody. But there's normally not an intentional transfer or franchisement. You can look at that in school. Like, we want to franchise knowledge, but we're not franchising morals. We're not franchising principles. We're not franchising communication, or we're not franchising critical thinking. We're not franchising so many other things. And I think that's a problem, right? And a large part of that is because now our attention is taken away to media. Our attention is really taken away to screens, which is interesting. And I do think social media and the internet is a very powerful tool for business and for connectivity. The problem, just like everything, is if it's really not in moderation, it really becomes harmful. Like, everybody needs to eat food, but the moment that you are surpassing what you need and what your body can operate with healthily, it becomes destructive to you. I know that I've said that before in this program, listen to me, I sound like PBS, but I've said that before on the show that I'm currently on the Get Unfat program. Why? I did that with food, right? And it became something that was unhealthy for me and harmful for me. And it's the same thing with screens, with social media a lot. And so as a result, we get a lot of transfer and a lot of franchisement from media, but we're not actually getting it from people who mean something or from valuable sources, right? Like, I just talked to somebody the other day about how they totally missed out on inheriting their cultural heritage to learn how to cook, right? And we talked about that. It wasn't transferred to her. So her grandma could cook, but she never learned from her grandmother really how to cook. And so as a result, the ability and those skill sets and all those dishes, everything that could have been made and all these other things died out with her grandmother. And it's like, I want to pass stuff like that to my kids. I want to pass how to cook, different things that I have. I want to pass different skill sets I have or different passions, and they may not take them up, and it doesn't matter if they do. But what I want to really do in the heart is to provide an opportunity for them to take what they want, for them to have a good foundation and to build with it. And this really transfers to me and the companies. Andrew and I talk about this all the time, and it really transfers to the people we work with. It's not just about making money. It's really a franchisement for the betterment of everybody around all of us. So anyways, franchisement's not going to happen if you're not intentional. And if you don't document it, it's not going to happen either. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.